I look at Dallas's defense, and it is terrifying, and it may very well be on the kind of destructive track that Tampa Bay was on heading down the stretch last season. That's what this reminds me of. This reminds me of a defense that is just swarming, chaotic, healthy, pass rushers all over the place. You're getting playmaking in the secondary. Two absolutely all pro caliber players in Trevon Diggs and Micah Parsons. I'll tell you what, absolutely destroyed the Washington football team tonight. In a game that I think even if the Green Bay Packers, I think you got to be a little bit terrified of playing Dallas. And, maybe you get them in Lambeau and that changes things. But guess what? Dallas not completely out of the picture for that number 1 seed.
Let's calm down a little bit. Terrified? You think the Packers are going to be terrified of the Cowboys? Like, oh my God, what do we do? Can we forfeit?
I don't know.
Can we just have fake COVID tests so we don't have to play the game? No, the Packers will not be terrified of the Cowboys, Charles. But I will say, look, the Cowboys have all the stars. They look great tonight. I don't think Taylor Heineke hit the back step of his drop without a guy in his lap. Anytime I looked up, he would hit the back, the final step of his drop, and he was just having a scramble because there's somebody in his grill. So it was absolutely impressive. But I will say, look, recency bias rules the NFL. We did not think this way of the Dallas Cowboys at 8:20 Eastern time on Sunday night. We thought they're a good team. They're still working some things out. They played unbelievably well against a really struggling Washington football team that's fighting each other on the sidelines. That's great. It's awesome. But I don't know necessarily that we're just giving the Cowboys a walk to SoFi Stadium in February either. It was a great game. Before this, had they really been that team, though? Not yes and no. We talked about the struggles of Dak. Their offense wasn't good. It wasn't great. But now, yes, it changes the narrative for sure.
Frank, I've been high on this defense for a while, man.
You've been on them. I'll give you credit for that. No doubt.
I feel like I've been talking up this defense and said, hey, this is a defensive team. Like right now, this is an exquisite defensive team. Offensively, hey, they put some things together tonight. There's no question about that. But I think it was just because the defense had so overwhelmed Washington in every possible way. The pass coverage was exquisite. The run defense was very good. The DeMarcus Lawrence, that tip to himself, pick six, run back, cut back into the end zone was one of the better defensive plays you're going to see this season.
Oh, great, yeah.
And I think that to me is what makes Dallas a little terrifying. The fact that we came into the season, we're like, hey, it's a dominant offensive team. They're deep everywhere. They're going to score 40 a game. And what we had no clue of was, hey, you know what? On December 26th, we'd gone a balance of a month going, man, defensively, this team's really damn good. And when DeMarcus Lawrence went down with his broken foot and he said, I'll be back ready for war, believe it, we had no clue that actually things would go really well without him. A lot of young players would step into these roles, and Micah Parsons would essentially become the closest thing we've kind of seen in terms of a rookie season to Lawrence Taylor. I mean,
let's not.
Wait, stop. I'm not comparing him to Lawrence Taylor. I'm just saying he has a legitimate study for Defensive Player of the Year. Like, you have to sit there and at least weigh him and go, you know what, the guy's rookie season has been, I have done everything I could to not put him into the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year, but yet every single game he is just doing something, disrupting. And it's not just the numbers. It's even when he's not getting sacks. It's the pressures. It's him moving all over the place. I'm not saying the kid's, Lawrence Taylor, but I'm just saying if he's in the conversation for at least a thought process of Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie, he might not win it. But if he's in the thought process, what other defensive player have we said, man, I don't know, that guy's got to at least be thought of as maybe Defensive Player of the Year, at least, spend a minute. It's not a lot of rookies like that.
Well, I think he might be Defensive Player of the Year. I really do. Who? TJ Watt's getting hurt every week. Yeah. Myles Garrett's having a great year. Myles Garrett is a very, very good football player. But if the Browns miss the playoffs and the Cowboys go on and 2 seed, 3 seed, I don't know. I mean, you gotta at least consider him. I think that if he kicks strong here at the end, has a couple good games, maybe another highlight or something in the last 2 weeks, I think he might steal it. He's had that kind of year, and he's really, really, really good. He's just made such a difference for this defense. Trevon Diggs, too. I mean, Trevon Diggs has 11 interceptions. Like, that's
insane.
ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. No, you're right. They're playing very, very well. But I think when we get into these games in January and they're probably going to be playing at Tampa Bay if they have to play there. They're probably going to be playing at Lambeau, when it comes to that. I don't know. Do you really trust McCarthy, Dak, this offense to go into these places and win? I've seen Tampa Bay win big games. I've seen Green Bay win big games. I don't know if I've seen this Dallas group really win those big games. And I think they got to prove that first.
You got a defensive coordinator who's been to the Super Bowl. Okay. You got a head coach who's been to the Super Bowl. You have a quarterback who's started forever, got experience, got a playoff win. I don't know. It feels like a mixture where I know everyone always thinks you always oversell Dallas, but hey, you know what? Maybe Dallas actually really is ready.